really sorry about this stressful moments you have experienced. So, express solidarity with you. My name is Abdirashid, and I'm a second-year PhD student in the Department of Geography, The Ohio State University. I conducted this study along with my advisor, William Lay. We conducted a work on the impacts of bicycle facilities on residential property values in 11 cities in continental United States. Before I dive into the results and methodology, I would like to give you highlights about our study. We have found mixed impacts of on-street and off-street bicycle facilities. We found property value appreciation in Denver, Cleveland, Portland, Seattle, and Tucson. We also found depreciation in Minneapolis, Eugene, Philadelphia, and Columbus, and no change in sales price of properties in San Francisco and Los Angeles. So this is a nationwide study. Findings from this study have implications for local economy, equity, sustainability, safety, and health. So we conducted this study for a few reasons. One, cities in the United States have invested heavily in bicycle infrastructure over the last few decades, and empirical evidence suggests that this bicycle infrastructure has positive economic impact. However, fewer studies evaluated the pre- and post-treatment effect of different bicycle infrastructure. So it's worth asking what we have known so far about this topic, or the impacts of bicycle infrastructure across the United States. Evidence is mixed. For example, in Portland, Oregon, cycle tracks, buffered bike lanes, off-street trails, and bike boulevards have a positive impact on bicycle infrastructure. And on-street facilities negatively influence sales price of properties. In Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and San Antonio, trails have a positive economic impact. In Tempe, Arizona, for example, there's a study that incorporated ridership measure into the model to see, and they found that bike network density or extensiveness of the bike infrastructure is a more significant draw for home buyers. In Minneapolis, both on-street and off-street facility had a negative impact on the sales price of properties. We found in the literature, despite this evidence, that there are gaps. For example, there's low generalizability in single city case studies in the United States. Most studies adopt a cross-sectional design, so it's difficult to infer long-term trends from these kind of studies. And most studies focus on fewer types of bicycle infrastructure facilities. In this study, we aim to investigate the impact of different bicycle facilities on residential property transactions across single-family and multifamily properties in 11 cities in the United States. This study contributes to the literature by scaling up single-city case studies through a multi-city comparative analysis. It also advances understanding of impacts of pre- and post-treatment effects of various bicycle facilities on property values. This is the study area, and it gives a good picture of the results from different urban areas, different urban contexts, with different land uses and transportation policies. This study distinguishes itself by focusing not only on two major facilities, but also by considering their variance. What we studied, to be clear, is the impact of two major facilities, on-street facility and off-street facility. On-street facility included cycle tracks, bike lanes, contraflow lanes, buffered lanes. Off-street facilities included trails and shared use paths. This is data processing for our model. First, we extracted transaction and property characteristics from Silo. We augmented this data with socioeconomics and demographics data from US Census. I want to mention that the transaction data covers transactions from 2000 through 2019. It's a 20-year data. Similarly, census data is 20-year data. We also extracted built environment indicators from Smart Location Database managed by US Environmental Protection Agency. This is cross-sectional data for the year 2017. We also extracted bike data from agencies, local agencies, and we augmented that data historical satellite imageries. And this is 20-year data. We also derived two important variables for our model: distance to the CBD using Smart Location Database, and distance to University Park using OSM data package in R. The most important thing was because we are assessing the impacts within 800-mile buffer of bike facilities. So we wanted to make sure that we compare apples to apples, not apples to oranges. So we adopted propensity score matching, nearest neighbor propensity score matching, by selecting observations with similar values of distance to parks, population density, employment density, street density, percent Hispanic, percent Black, income, CBD, and workability. So that's very important to validate our final results from differences hedonic model. This is